My name is Jesse Cole, and this here's the night my whole life turned around. The night Delilah left. I came home from the cotton field. Sun was hanging low. I came home from the cotton field. Sun was hanging low. Front door standing open, but there ain't nobody home. Her dress still on the hanger, but her shoes were gone. Her dress still on the hanger, but her shoes were gone. I called her name 3 times, but the house just hummed along. I don't know how. I found a note upon the table, corner torn and stained. I found a note upon the table, corner torn and stained. Said, Jesse, I can't live here watching you stay the same. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? The porch light still on burning, but I don't know how. I ran down to the station, heart pounding in my chest. I ran down to the station, heart pounding in my chest. Watched the midnight train pull out, heading for the west. Steam was rising off the tracks like a ghost against the moon. Steam was rising off the tracks like a ghost against the moon. I stood there like a fool boy singing the same old tune. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? The porch light's still on burning, but I don't know how. I stood on that platform till the last light of that train disappeared into the dark, and I thought about my daddy, who used to say, son, a man ain't nothing but the road he walks and the song he carries. I went home that night, reached under the bed, pulled out his old guitar. 6 strings, dust thick as a Delta summer. And I made myself a promise right there in that empty house. I wasn't gonna sit and rot waiting on a woman who already left. I was gonna follow that same track Delilah rode away on, not to find her, but to find whatever's waiting for me past the edge of this town. Lock the door behind me, ain't looking back no more. Poured myself a whiskey, drank it standing on the porch. Poured myself a whiskey, drank it standing on the porch. Watched the sun come up on the first day of my new course. Oh! Gone now. He's gone. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, I'm following that train. Falling on. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, I ain't the same. Never the same. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and the whole wide world of pain. 6 strings, 1 road. Oh, Delilah, this here's just the beginning. Just the beginning of the blues. Second week in Clarksville now. Folks starting to know my face. Still don't know where I'm sleeping most nights, but my case ain't empty no more. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Some folks stop and listen, some just walk on where they stand. An old woman dropped $1, said, son, you got the gift. An old woman dropped $1, said, son, you got the gift. First kind words I heard since Delilah caused this rift. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. But woke up with a purpose I ain't had in many a day. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. A fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. A fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. Said, boy, that voice of yours could fill a room twice this small. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. Said his name was Big Sam and he'd been down this very track. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. Got a room above a bar tonight, you're welcome to the same. Now, I ain't had a stranger offer me a kindness in a long, long while. So I looked at Big Sam and I asked him straight, why you helping me? He just laughed, this big rolling laugh, and said, 'cause somebody helped me, boy, back when I was walking same as you. Whiskey in my belly and a broken heart for a compass. You got the hunger, I can hear it in how you hit them strings. Like you're still trying to prove something to a girl who ain't listening no more. Come on, let an old man show you what this guitar's really for. So I follow Big Sam through the streets as evening colors bled. So I follow Big Sam through the streets as evening colors bled, to a bar with a busted sign that read the copper kettle overhead. He said, tonight you're playing with me, don't you dare hold back. He said, tonight you're playing with me, don't you dare hold back. First time since Delilah left, I felt like I was on the right track. Play it, Big Sam. Play it, Jesse. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, but that ain't the prize no more. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, got a friend in an open door. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a brand new road to explore. Coins in the case, friend by my side. Big Sam's laugh echoing down the street. Yeah, this here's the start of something. something good. To a hall in Jackson Town, a marquee with a name spelled wrong, but spelled up bright and tall. Jesse stands out back and feels his stomach turn to water. Bigger than any juke joint, bigger than any hole. Backstage smells like sawdust and 100 cigarettes. A band he's never met is tuning up behind the door. Says these are your boys, now they'll back you on the tour. Jesse shakes their hands but wonders what Big Sam's playing for. The house lights dim and someone hollers out his name. Jesse walks the boards like walking on a frozen creek. His six strings feel heavier than they ever felt before, standing where 1,000 eyes are waiting to speak. First chord rings out shaky, then it finds its feet. The crowd goes quiet like a congregation, bowing low. Jesse closes both his eyes and sees the Delta fields again. Sees the porch, the dust, the only home he used to know. Second song, the crowd starts clapping to the driving beat. Climbing up along his spine, different from the fires that he's felt on smaller nights. Third song's the one about the whiskey in the train. The whole room sings the chorus like they've always known the words. Jesse's chest goes tight with something he can't quite explain. A feeling bigger than the biggest sound he's ever heard. And the stage lights burn like sunrise, and the crowd feels like a flood. Something's rising up inside him, something moving through his blood. Six strings on the big stage, midnight trains roar. Whiskey glass forgotten in the thunder of the crowd. Six strings on the big stage, I ain't a boy no more. First time in my whole life I'm standing tall and loud. After the show, a line of faces waits behind the curtain. Girls with pens and paper, men with bottles in their hand. Someone hands them whiskey like it's water, like it's nothing. Jesse hesitates a moment, then he lets it warm his hand. Callaway's laughing loud, already talking bigger cities. Talking Nashville, talking Chicago, talking names Jesse don't know. Jesse drinks a little more than he was drinking back in Clarksdale. Tells himself it's just tonight, just one more, we'll see how it goes. Later, in the quiet of the hotel room,
Jesse sat on the edge of a bed too soft for Delta bones.
His six strings leaning in the corner like a patient friend,
and looked at his own reflection in the dark window glass.
He thought about the boy who used to sleep in barns,
Who used to play for coins and cornbread,
and wondered when exactly that boy had started disappearing.
The whiskey in his glass wasn't the same whiskey Big Sam poured.
It came in a different bottle from a different kind of man, handed to him by people who wanted something from his sound. He thought, just one drink don't change a man, just one big stage don't change a man.
But somewhere far off, quiet as a whisper, a small voice reminded him that rivers don't change all at once either. They just bend a little more and a little more until till one day you look up and you're somewhere.
You're never meant to be where morning comes with sunlight, harsh against his tired eyes. Calloway's already knocking, talking schedules, talking fame. Jesse packs his six-string slow, remembering the porch at home, wondering if the boy from Clarksdale still deserves his name. Shakes their hands but wonders what Big Sam's playing for. The house lights dim and someone hollers out his name. Jesse walks the boards like walking on a frozen creek. His six strings feel heavier than they ever felt before, standing where 1,000 eyes are waiting him to speak. The bird stage smells like sawdust and 100 cigarettes. A band he's never met is tuning up behind the door. Calloway says, these are your boys now, they'll back you on the tour. Just shakes their hands but wonders what Big Sam's playing for. Oh, the house lights dim and someone hollers out his name. Jesse walks the boards like walking on a frozen creek. His six strings feel heavier than they ever felt before, standing where 1,000 eyes are waiting him to speak. First chord rings out shaky, then it finds its feet. The crowd goes quiet like a congregation bowing low. Jesse closes both his eyes and sees the Delta fields again. Sees the porch, the dust, the only home he used to know. Kirk Calloway drives him south to a hall in Jackson Town. A marquee with his name spelled wrong, spelled a grinding car. Jesse stands out. Her young accountant named Miss Hattie catches Jesse in the hallway. Says she's new with Calloway's office, needs a moment of his time. Jesse's tired and half listening as she spreads some papers open. Says the numbers on the tour don't add up, don't quite align. She points to figures, points to dates, points to a name repeated. Ray's initials on withdrawals, Jesse never signed his name. Jesse squints down at the paper like the letters might rearrange themselves. Feels the coldness spreading slow like winter through a window pane. Maybe it's a mix-up, Jesse says, though his voice sounds thin and doubtful. Hattie shakes her head and says, I checked it 3 times through. Says it's near $10,000 moved to some account in Memphis. Says she thought that Mr. Cole deserved the chance to know the truth. Jesse thanks her, folds a paper, sits alone after she's leaving. Thinks of every handshake, every trust me brother Ray has said. Thinks of Clarksdale, thinks of cornbread, thinks of every debt repaid. Feels a decade of a friendship turning heavy as the dead. He doesn't call Ray right away, just sits there with the whiskey, pours it slow and watches how the amber catches light. Big Sam's warning echoes back from that Detroit phone call. Wolves that wear a face that looks like you. He was right. Jesse finds Ray in the lobby, laughing aloud with someone new. Ray sees his face and something flickers quicker across his eyes. Jesse holds the papers up but doesn't say a word at first. Just watches Ray's expression rearranging to surprise. And the lobby's gone to quiet, and the truth is sitting bare. And 10 years of a friendship hanging thin as Delta Air. 6 strings and a paper trail, midnight train derailing. Whiskey glass sits heavy in a hand that's shaking now. 6 strings and a paper trail, everything I'm failing to understand about a brother breaking every vow. Ray starts talking fast, says, Jesse, brother, let me explain it. Says it's just a loan, says he was gonna pay it back. Jesse's voice stays quiet, quieter than Ray's ever heard it. $10,000, Ray, that ain't a loan, that's just a theft, and that's a fact. Ray's face goes hard and cold, the smoothness dropping off him. Says you got so much, Jesse, more than you could ever spend. You forgot where you came from, forgot the ones who helped you get there. Jesse feels the words land like a fist he can't defend. For a long moment, neither one of them said anything. The lobby noise kept going around them, a bellhop with a cart, a woman laughing on a payphone, the everyday sounds of a world that had no idea 2 brothers were breaking apart right there on a red carpet under a chandelier. Jesse thought about Ray's mama, who used to feed them both on the nights Jesse's own house had nothing on the stove. He thought about the miles they'd walked together as boys, barefoot down dirt roads with nothing but dreams and half a harmonica between them. He wanted to be angrier than he was. Mostly what he felt was tired the way a man feels when he realizes a story he'd been telling himself was never quite as true as he needed it to be. I trusted you, Jesse finally said, not loud, just true. Ray didn't have an answer for that, nobody ever does. Ray walks away before the whole thing turns into a scene. Says he'll have the money back before the week is through. Jesse stands alone beneath the chandelier's cold shining, wondering how many other lies he's letting slip on through. Something Jesse held so dear. 6 strings and a paper trail, midnight train derailing. Whiskey glass sits heavy in a hand that's shaking now. 6 strings and a paper trail, everything I feel. Big Sam warned me clearly, I just didn't know how. Dad's guitar is witness to a brother's broken vow. 6 strings and a paper trail. couch, a blanket rough and thin. Reaches for his guitar first before his boots of breakfast. Something in that habit feels like breathing once again. Big Sam's already up and moving, coffee on the stovetop. Says there's grits if you want some, ain't fancy like you used to. Jesse laughs, first real laughing month, says fancy never fed me half as good as what you're cooking, Sam, and that's the honest truth. They sit out on the porch step while the morning burns off slowly. Big Sam hands him coffee, black, no sugar, just the way Jesse used to take it back before the Nashville parties, before the world convinced him playing was something to give away. A neighbor walks by slow and waves, don't ask for autographs or pictures, just says morning Sam and morning to the stranger by his side. Jesse realizes nobody here cares much about the magazine covers, feels a weight come off his shoulders wide as Delta sky is wide. Big Sam pulls his own guitar out, says let's see what you remember. Starts a simple 12-bar blues the way he taught him years ago. Jesse joins in hesitant at first and finds the old groove waiting. Something clicks back into place he didn't know he'd let go. And nothing polished, just two men and two guitars beneath the porch roof morning light. Jesse feels his hands remembering something deeper than the fingers, a rhythm that don't need 10,000 people to feel right. And the porch boards creak familiar, and the coffee's going cold, and the music's getting simpler, getting truer, growing old. 6 strings on the porch step, midnight train still running, whiskey glass forgotten on a shelf I hardly see. 6 strings on the porch step, learning how the sunrise feels different when there's nothing that you're chasing after me. Word starts spreading slow through Clarksdale that the coal boy has come home. A few folks stop to listen when Big Sam's porch starts to play. Jesse feels a nervousness at first, like Nashville's watching, judging, then remembers these are neighbors, not reporters, and lets that fear give way. By evening, there's a small crowd gathered loose around the porch steps. Nothing like the arenas, nothing like the diamond lights. Jesse plays a song he's never played before, something new and honest about a man who lost his way and found it back some quiet night. An old woman in the small crowd, maybe 70 years old, came up to Jesse after the songs had finished and took his hand in both of hers, rough and warm. She said, "Baby, I heard you on the radio a few years back. Sounded pretty, sounded like money. But this, what you just played on this porch, this sounds like somebody's soul." Jesse didn't know what to say to that. He thanked her, quiet, and she nodded like she understood more than he'd said out loud after she walked off into the evening. Jesse sat back down next to Big Sam and thought about all the stages, all the reviews, all the magazine covers calling him the Prince of Beale Street. None of it had ever felt as true as one old woman holding his hand on a Clarksdale porch, telling him she'd heard his soul in the music. Maybe that's what he'd lost somewhere in Nashville. Not the talent, not the 6 strings, just the willingness to let the soul show through them. Big Sam claps him on the shoulder once the small crowd's finally scattered, says that's the sound I always knew was hiding in your chest. Jesse looks out at the darkening fields beyond the porch light, says I think I finally understand what home really meant. Slide glow, 2 sounds finding rhythm in the only home they know. 6 strings on the porch step, midnight train still running, whiskey glass forgotten on a shelf I hardly see.
playing just for what it means to me. Big Sam here beside me, teaching me again to grow. Daddy's guitar is finally home. Finally home, finally home, finally home. Stars come out over Clarksdale, same as every night before. Jesse sits alone a moment once the porch is finally clear. 6 strings resting in his lap beneath the same old sky. 50 songs of running led him back to where he's always feared and loved and steered.
Ray called a meeting at his office, paper spread across the desk. Ray called a meeting at his office, paper spread across the desk. Said, all right, Jesse, let's talk numbers. Let's see what you think you're worth. I sat down slow, my lawyer friend beside me with his own set of notes. I sat down slow, my lawyer friend beside me with his own set of notes. Ray smiles tight around the edges, like a man defending what he wrote. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. Every number that he gives me feels like he's granting me what's mine. He offered me a quarter of the record sales, said that's more than fair. He offered me a quarter of the record sales, said that's more than fair. I looked him dead in the eye and said, I built that sound, Ray, I was there. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. Every number that he gives me feels like he's granting me what's mine. My lawyer slid a counter off across the polished wooden desk. My lawyer slid a counter off across the polished wooden desk. Ray's face went red a moment, then he leaned back unimpressed. You think you're bigger than the label, bigger than the man who made you known? You think you're bigger than the label, bigger than the man who made you known? I said I made myself, Ray, I just let you make the phone. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. Every number that he gives me feels like he's granting me what's mine. Oh, Rosalie sat outside the office the whole time, wouldn't come inside. Rosalie sat outside the office the whole time, wouldn't come inside. When I stepped out after, her eyes looked like she'd already cried. I asked her what was wrong, she just shook her head and looked away. I asked her what was wrong, she just shook her head and looked away. Said, you're changing, Jesse, getting harder with every passing day. I told her maybe hard is what a man's gotta be in this town. I told her maybe hard is what a man's gotta be in this town. She just walked off toward the car without letting her guard down. 3 days of back and forth, Ray's lawyers arguing every clause. 3 days of back and forth, Ray's lawyers arguing every clause. I didn't back down once, held firm on every pause.
Finally Ray threw up his hand, said, "Fine, Jesse, 40%, that's it." Finally Ray threw up his hand, said, "Fine, Jesse, 40%, that's it." But don't you forget who found you singing on that Clarksville strip. I shook Ray's hand that day, and for the first time in a long while, it didn't feel like signing away another piece of myself. It felt like taking one back small as it was 40%. Instead of a nickel, it felt like the first honest thing that had happened between us since Clarksville. But driving home that night, Rosalie quiet beside me, staring out the window like she was somewhere far from that car. I couldn't shake the feeling that winning this fight cost me something. I hadn't noticed leaving Big Sam used to say a man can win every battle and still lose the war if he ain't watching close. What kind of man he's becoming in the winning. I looked over at Rosalie, she didn't look back. I wondered, not for the first time, if she was still on my side at all, or if she'd been counting Ray's numbers right alongside him the whole time. That night I sat alone with my guitar, 40% heavier in my chest. That night I sat alone with my guitar, 40% heavier in my chest, wondering if a bigger cut or something broken still counts as something blessed. I thought of Big Sam's letter folded soft inside my coat. I thought of Big Sam's letter folded soft inside my coat. The blues don't come from applause, son, kept ringing like a distant note. Ray save a bottle of whiskey over, said no hard feelings, kid. Ray sent a bottle of whiskey over, said no hard feelings, kid. I poured a glass and stared at it long before I ever said it. We're splitting the take now, and I finally got a real share. A real share, real. We're splitting the take now, but something still ain't square. Still ain't square. Got 6 strings on my shoulder. Feels like he's granting me what's mine. He offered me a quarter of the record sales, said that's more than fair. What wonder did in the eye and said, I built that sound, Ray, I was there. We're splitting the tape now, dollar by dollar, line by line. We're splitting the tape now, dollar by dollar, line by line. Every number that he gives me feels like he's granting me what's mine. He offered me a quarter of the record sales, said that's more than fair. He offered me a quarter of the record sales, said that's more than fair. I looked him dead in the eye and said, I built that sound, Ray, I was there. We're splitting the tape now, dollar by dollar, line by line. We're splitting the tape now.
Rolled into Jackson just as the sun began to fall. We rolled into Jackson just as the sun began to fall. I jumped out for the truck, had even stopped, didn't wait for Willie's call. Junie was sitting right there on the porch like she already knew. Junie was sitting right there on the porch like she already knew the exact hour I'd come walking up that road straight back to you. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Ain't no a big old scene. Just patted the step beside her, calm as a Sunday morning serene. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Ain't no crowd, ain't no bright lights, just a feeling I finally know. I sat down close beside her, guitar resting at my feet. I sat down close beside her, guitar resting at my feet. She looked at me a long moment and said, "You look tired but complete." I told her about Birmingham, about turning down that steady pay. I told her about Birmingham, about turning down that steady pay. She just nodded slow and quiet like she'd know I'd choose this way. I wasn't gonna ask you to stay, she said, it wasn't my place to bend your road. I wasn't gonna ask you to stay, she said, it wasn't my place to bend your road. But I sure am glad you chose it, glad you carried home this load. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Ain't no crowd, ain't no bright lights, just a feeling I finally know. Loretta brought us out some tea, didn't linger, left us be. Loretta brought us out some tea, didn't linger, left us be. Well, they hollered from the yard, don't wait too long now, cold to speak honestly. I laughed and looked over at Joni, feeling braver than before. I laughed and looked over at Joni, feeling braver than before. Took her hand there on the porch steps, didn't need to say much more. I told Junie everything that evening. Delilah's leaving, Rosalie's lies, Ray Kingston's fine print, every mile of road that led me finally to that exact porch step. She listened close, didn't flinch, didn't try to fix nothing or make it prettier than it was. When I finished, she just squeezed my hand and said, "Sounds like the road was teaching you something the whole time, Jessie. Sounds like maybe you needed to lose a few things before you knew what was worth keeping." I thought about my daddy's guitar, about Big Sam's warning, about every hard lesson wrapped up in 6 strings and a busted heart. And I thought, sitting there with Junie's hand in mine, that maybe this was what all that walking had been leading toward. Not fame, not money, not even redemption exactly. Just a porch, an honest woman, and a peace I hadn't known I was chasing. Stars came out slow above us, one by one across the sky. The stars came out slow above us, one by one across the sky. Judy hummed an old hymn soft and I hummed along, didn't know why. I asked her, would she mind if I stayed a while, not just passing through. I asked her, would she mind if I stayed a while, not just passing through. She smiled and said, "Jessie Cole, I've been minding that since I first heard you sing true." Stay a while now. Stay a while now. Ooh, we sat there talking long past midnight, the porch light burning low. We sat there talking long past midnight, the porch light burning low. For the first time in a long, long while, I wasn't making to go. Sitting on the porch steps, and for once I ain't in a hurry to leave. Sit on the porch steps, learning
simply believe. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a heart that finally can breathe.
The Chicago dressing room with bulbs around the mirror's edge. Jesse sits alone before a show, straightening his tie. Stares into his own reflection like it's someone else's face. Wonders when exactly that transformation passed him by. The suit's $100, silk against his collarbone. His hair is slicked and shining underneath the dressing lights. Jesse used to see his daddy's jawline in the mirror. Now he sees a stranger dressed for one more Nashville night. Someone knocks and hands him whiskey like a morning coffee. Says you got 20 minutes, Mr. Cole, before the show. Jesse drinks it slow and thinks about the Clarksdale mornings when his only mirror was the river's steady flow. Loretta finds him staring, wraps her arms around his shoulders, says, "Where'd you go just now? You looked a million miles away." Jesse tells her nothing, just a little tired, that's all. But Loretta's learned to see the things he doesn't say. The crowd tonight's the biggest one that Jesse's ever faced. 10,000 seats all filled with faces he don't know. Ray comes in to say the numbers, says they're breaking records. Jesse nods along, but something in him moves too slow. He picks his daddy's guitar up from its velvet case, runs his thumb along the wood worn smooth from years of hands. 6 strings, still the only thing that stayed the same since Clarksdale. The only piece of him still standing where it stands. And the crowd is already roaring, and the lights are already bright. And somewhere in the mirror, Jesse's looking for the light. 6 strings in the mirror, midnight train still calling, whiskey glass reflecting back a face I hardly know. 6 strings in the mirror, further from my falling. I'm chasing what I chased for, but I'm losing where to go. He walks the hallway to the stage where roadies rush around him. Ray's shouting orders like he owns the whole parade. Jesse pauses at the curtain, listens to the crowd's low thunder, remembers juke joints where the only crowd was Big Sam's trade. Lights come up and Jesse steps into the roaring shining. 10,000 voices calling out the only name he's got. Jesse smiles, the practice smile, and lifts his daddy's guitar, plays the opening chord and feels a small familiar spot. For 3 minutes, right there under those hot stage lights, something honest broke through all the diamonds and the whiskey. Jesse closed his eyes, and for just that one song, he wasn't the Prince of Beale Street, he wasn't a headline. He wasn't a man signing papers he never read. He was just a boy on a porch in Clarksdale, learning his daddy's chords by lamplight, playing for nobody but the crickets and the dark. The crowd roared like a flood when the song ended, and Jesse opened his eyes to 10,000 strangers clapping for a moment of truth they probably didn't even know they'd witnessed.
He thought, maybe that's still in there somewhere.
Maybe the Delta boy ain't gone completely. Maybe he's just buried under all this shine, waiting on somebody to dig him back out. After the show, the dressing room fills up with familiar faces. Calloway, Loretta, Ray, all talking numbers, talking fame. Jesse sits quiet in the corner with his daddy's guitar, thinking that tonight, for one song, he remembered his own name. Against his collarbone, his hair is slicked and shining underneath the dressing lights. Jesse used to see his daddy's jawline in the mirror. Now he sees a stranger dressed for one more Nashville night. Someone knocks in hands and whiskey like a morning coffee. Says you got 20 minutes, Mr. Cole, before the show. Jesse drinks it slow and thinks about the Clarksdale moments when his only mirror was the river steady flow. Loretta finds him staring, wraps her arms around his shoulders, says, "Where'd you go just now? You looked a million miles away." Jesse tells her nothing, just a little tired, that's all. But Loretta's learned to see the things he doesn't say. She cried the dressing room bulbs around the mirror's edge. Jesse sits alone before a show, straightening his tie. Stares into his own reflection like it's someone else's face. Wonders when exactly that transformation passed him by. The suit's $100, silk against his collarbone. His hair is slicked and shining underneath the dressing lights. Jesse used to see his daddy's jawline in the mirror. Now he sees a stranger dressed for one more Nashville night. Someone knocks in hands and whiskey like a morning coffee. Says you got 20 minutes, Mr. Cole, before the show. Jesse drinks it slow and thinks about the Clarksdale moments when his only mirror was the river steady flow. With papers in his hand, Ray came back the following week with papers in his hand. Said, "Sign right here, Jesse Cole, and I'll make you a household name across this land." He talked about a studio, a record with my name in bold. He talked about a studio, a record with my name in bold. Talked about money coming in faster than a river when it's cold. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mine. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in beside me, whispering, go on and sign. Rosalie sat close beside me, whispering, go on and sign. Said, don't you want to give me nice things? Don't you want that life to shine? Of your time. Big Sam sat quiet in the corner, fiddle resting on his knee. Big Sam sat quiet in the corner, fiddle resting on his knee. Didn't say a word that whole night, just kept staring straight at me. I asked him after closing time, Sam, why won't you speak your mind? I asked him after closing time, Sam, why won't you speak your mind? He said, you already made your choice, boy, I can see it in your eyes shining. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mine. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mine. Saying, Jesse, this could be the best decision of your time. I told Big Sam it's just a contract, don't mean I'm leaving you. I told Big Sam it's just a contract, don't mean I'm leaving you. He said, son, contracts like that got a way of making old friends few. I ain't saying don't go chase it, every young man's got that right. I ain't saying don't go chase it, every young man's got that right. Just remember who was here before that suit walked in that night. Big Sam poured himself a drink, the first I'd seen him take in weeks. And he told me about a boy he knew back in his younger days, a fiddle player twice as good as Sam ever claimed to be, who signed his name to a fella just like Ray, all smiles and gold rings. And 3 years later, that boy was washing dishes in a Memphis diner. His name nowhere on the record that made somebody else rich. I ain't telling you this to scare you, Jesse, Sam said. I'm telling you, 'cause somebody should have told me. Read every line, trust the music, not the man selling it. I nodded like I understood. Truth is, I already had that pen in my pocket. And Rosalie's green eyes were the only thing I could really see that night. Next morning, Ray was waiting outside with coffee and a grin. Next morning, Ray was waiting outside with coffee and a grin. Said, Memphis is calling, Jesse Cole, you ready to begin? I looked back once at the copper kettle, at the room above the bar. I looked back once at the copper kettle, at the room above the bar. Thought about Big Sam's tired eyes, and how far I'd come, how far. Just a bit. Rosalie kissed my cheek and smiled, said, baby, this is it. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and now it's stuck in mine too. Stuck in mine. He's got Memphis on his mind, and Lord knows what he'll do. What'll he do? Got 6 strings and a signed paper, and a whole new life breaking through. on that track now, following the ghost of a train that already gone. My feet don't know nothing but forward no more. I walk till the soles of my boots wore thin. I walk till the soles of my boots wore thin. Following them rails like they lead me back to her again. Slept under a water tower, stars for a roof. Slept under a water tower, stars for a roof. 6 strings for a pillow and my daddy's dusty boots. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Left road says forget her, right road says take your time. My whiskey bottle empty, rattling in my sack. My whiskey bottle empty, rattling in my sack. Belly crying louder than the ache up in my back. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Left road says forget her, right road says take your time. I passed a farmer on a mule, he tipped his hat and stared. I passed a farmer on a mule, he tipped his hat and stared. Said, boy, you look like trouble that them city folks ain't scared. The sun was climbing higher, my shadow shrinking small. The sun was climbing higher, my shadow shrinking small. I heard a juke joint humming from behind a withered wall. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Left road says forget her, right road says take your time. There's a sign that read Clarksville, paint all cracked and old. There's a sign that read Clarksville, paint all cracked and old. I ain't got a nickel, but I got a story to be told. Now my daddy used to say there's a place where 2 roads cross, and the devil don't care which way you walkin' long as you walkin' lost. I stood there at that fork with an empty bottle and a hungry gut, and I thought about turning back, finding that midnight train, dragging Delilah home by the wrist if I had to. But something in me, something stronger than the missing her, said, Jesse, that girl gave you a gift and didn't even know it. She gave you a reason to finally play that guitar like you mean it. So I picked a road, didn't matter much which one. I picked the one with music coming off it. And I started something new. Hey, Jesse! Play that thing! Oh! Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, but now I know it's mine. I'm standing at the crossroads, leaving her behind. Got 6 strings on my shoulder, kind of time.
crossroads, morning light. First coin drop in that guitar case. Yeah, that's the sound of starting over.
That's the sound.
That's the sound.
Second week in Clarksville now. Folks starting to know my face. Still don't know where I'm sleeping most nights, but my case ain't empty no more. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Some folks stop and listen, some just walk on where they stand. An old woman dropped $1, said, son, you got the gift. An old woman dropped $1, said, son, you got the gift. First kind words I heard since Delilah caused this rift. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. But woke up with a purpose I ain't had in many a day. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who never sung a thing. Oh, a fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. A fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. Said, boy, that voice of yours could fill a room twice this small. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. Said his name was Big Sam and he'd been down this very track. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. Got a room above a bar tonight, you're welcome to the same. Now, I ain't had a stranger offer me a kindness in a long, long while. So I looked at Big Sam and I asked him straight, why you helping me? He just laughed, this big rolling laugh, and said, 'cause somebody helped me, boy, back when I was walking same as you. Whiskey in my belly and a broken heart for a compass. You got the hunger, I can hear it in how you hit them strings. Like you're still trying to prove something to a girl who ain't listening no more. Come on, let an old man show you what this guitar's really for. So I follow Big Sam through the streets as evening colors bled. So I follow Big Sam through the
don't you dare hold back.
He said, tonight you're playing with me.
Don't you dare hold back.
First time since Delilah left, I felt like I was on the right track.
Coins in the case, friend by my side, Big Sam's laugh echoing down the street. Yeah, this here's the start of something, something good.
We found a little house outside of Jackson, paint peeling on the door. We found a little house outside of Jackson, paint peeling on the door. Judy said it's perfect, Jesse, before I'd even seen the floor. I spend my days fixing shutters, spend my nights still playing shows. I spend my days fixing shutters, spend my nights still playing shows. Willie and Marcus helped me build a porch, the kind every good house grows. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. Junie hung curtains that her mama sewed before she passed away. Junie hung curtains that her mama sewed before she passed away. Said every stitch is a piece of her, still watching over us today. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. I still played the circuit song, 3 nights out, 4 nights home. I still played the circuit song, 3 nights out, 4 nights home. Willie understood the balance now, knew a man don't always got her own. Marcus started courting the girl himself, brought her around on a Sunday noon. Marcus started courting the girl himself, brought her around on a Sunday noon. We sat out on my new built porch, playing a lazy Delta tune. Junie started singing harmony whenever I'd rehearse a song. Junie started singing harmony whenever I'd rehearse a song. Her voice was soft but sure and steady, never once seemed out of place, never wrong. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. A letter came one morning from a promoter up in Chicago town. A letter came one morning from a promoter up in Chicago town. Said he'd heard the cold trio sound and wanted to bring it further round. Junie read it slow beside me, didn't flinch, just held my hand. Junie read it slow beside me, didn't flinch, just held my hand. Said you built this house, Jesse, but I never asked you to abandon your own plan.
I sing with that letter a long while, looking out at the little garden. Junie had started planting along the fence line tomatoes and greens. Coming up slow in the Delta heat, I thought about Chicago, about bigger stages, bigger crowds, maybe even bigger money. And for the first time since Memphis, the thought of a bigger stage didn't stir nothing much in me at all. I thought about Ray Kingston, about how chasing bigger nearly cost me everything that mattered. I look over at Junie, humming soft while she worked in that garden, and I understood something Big Sam tried to teach me a long time ago. A man don't need the biggest stage in the world, he just needs the right one, with the right people standing beside him. I wrote back to that promoter and told him thank you, but I'd found exactly the size of life I was looking for. Chicago can wait its turn. Willie and Marcus agreed with me, said Chicago can wait its turn. We got a good thing going right here, Jesse, no need to make it burn. We kept playing the circuit steady, kept the house and garden growing too. We kept playing the circuit steady, kept the house and garden growing too. Junie's belly started rounding out that autumn, a secret we both knew. I said that night out on the porch, guitar resting on my knee. I said that night out on the porch, guitar resting on my knee. Junie beside me, hand on the belly, and for once my heart felt free. We got a house of our own now, and soon we'll be one more soon. We got a house of our own now, more than I ever bargained for, more than I bargained for. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a family growing at my door. The doors of starlight sound swung open to a world I'd never known. Wires and microphones and men in suits, more machines than I'd ever been shown. A man named Mr. Hargrove shook my hand, said, "So you're the one Ray found." A man named Mr. Hargrove shook my hand, said, "So you're the one Ray found." Let's hear that Delta fire, everybody's talking round this town. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. One take to prove I'm worth it, one take, there ain't no other choice. I stepped up to that microphone with my daddy's guitar in hand. I stepped up to that microphone with my daddy's guitar in hand. My fingers shook a little, trying hard to understand. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. One take to prove I'm worth it, one take, there ain't no other choice. I closed my eyes and thought of Delilah, thought of that midnight train. I closed my
train. Thought of Big Sam's steady hands and every word of his refrain. And when I hit that first chord, something in the room went still. And when I hit that first chord, something in the room went still. Even Ray stopped smiling wide, felt a kind of honest chill. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. One take to prove I'm worth it, one take, there ain't no other choice. Mr. Hargrove leaned back slow, a smile creeping across his face. Mr. Hargrove leaned back slow, a smile creeping across his face. Said, boy, where in the world did Ray Kingston find a voice like that? Such grace. Rosalie stood behind the glass, hand pressed against her chest. Rosalie stood behind the glass, hand pressed against her chest. For a moment I forgot the deal, forgot about the rest. There's a feeling that comes when a room full of strangers goes quiet, just to hear what's coming out of you. I ain't got words fancy enough for it. For a minute, I wasn't thinking about Ray's contract or Rosalie's smile, or the money Hargrove kept talking about like it was already mine. I was just a boy with his daddy's guitar, singing the same song I used to sing on that empty porch the night Delilah left. The funny thing about heartbreak, you carry it so long, it starts sounding like the only honest thing you know how to play. Hargrove clapped his hands together and said, let's cut a record. And just like that, everything changed. Before the sun went down, they had me cutting track after track before the sun went down. Ray kept counting numbers in his head, already spinning around the town. By midnight I was hoarse and aching, but I never felt so alive. By midnight I was hoarse and aching, but I never felt so alive. First time since Delilah left me that I felt like I could thrive. Gonna be everywhere. Under the starlight sound, they found a voice they came for. Under the starlight sound, I gave them something worth fighting for. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a record they're pressing to the chord.
what I said. Ray sat down, his drink slow, didn't flinch at what I said. Sit down, Jesse was all he offered. Let's talk this through instead. I stood there a long moment, fist still clenched down at my side. I stood there a long moment, fist still clenched down at my side. Finally took the seat across from him, swallowed down my pride. This is Kingston's truth, serving cold across the bar. This is Kingston's truth, serving cold across the bar. Everything's a business, Jesse, that's just who we are. He said I never lied about the money, never lied about the fame. He said I never lied about the money, never lied about the fame. I just left a few things out, boy, that's a different kind of game. This is Kingston's truth, serving cold across the bar. This is Kingston's truth, serving cold across the bar. Everything's a business, Jesse, that's just who we are. Rosalie's good at what she does, he said, keeps my talent nice and calm. Rosalie's good at what she does, he said, keeps my talent nice and calm. You think you're the first young man she's kept from doing harm. I asked him how many others, how many boys just like me. I asked him how many others, how many boys just like me. He shrugged and said enough to know exactly how this ought to be. I felt something cold wash over me, colder than I'd ever known. I felt something cold wash over me, colder than I'd ever known. Realized this whole shining kingdom was built on boys like me alone. This is Kingston's truth, serving cold across the bar. This is Kingston's truth, serving cold across the bar. Everything's a business, Jesse, that's just who we are. Where Rosalie was now, if she was even real to me. I asked him where Rosalie was now, if she was even real to me. He said she liked you fine, Jesse, that part wasn't a fantasy. But liking and loving paid different wages in my line of work. But liking and loving paid different wages in my line of work. She did her job, you did yours, don't go calling either one of us a jerk. I thought about smashing that bottle across his self-assured, smiling face. I thought about smashing that bottle across his self-assured, smiling face. But something colder took its place. A stillness found its space. I looked at Ray Kingston a long while, really looked at him. Past the gold ring and the easy smile, and I saw a man who'd learned a long time ago that people were just numbers on a ledger. Same as records, same as radio spots, same as every dollar he ever counted. And I thought, that could have been me. Give it 5 more years of 40% and boardroom victories, and I could have turned into exactly this. A man who mistakes control for care, who dresses up ownership. In the language of opportunity, I thought about Big Sam's hands, rough and honest, never once asking for more than what the music gave freely. I thought about my daddy's guitar, 6 strings that never lied to me. You didn't just sell my music, Ray, I said, quiet, steady. You tried to sell me the idea that this is all there is. He didn't answer for the first time since I'd met him. Ray Kingston had nothing to say. I stood up slow, left my drink untouched upon the bar. I stood up slow, touched upon the bar. Told him I'll finish out the touring, but that's as far. After that I'm done with Starlight, done with every deal you spun. After that I'm done with Starlight, done with every deal you spun. He laughed and said, we'll see about that, kid, when the money stops you come. I walked out of that bar and didn't look back once at his face. I walked out of that bar and didn't look back once at his face. 6 strings heavy on my shoulder, walking at a steadier pace. That night I wrote a letter to Big Sam, longer than I ever wrote. That night I wrote a letter to Big Sam, longer than I ever wrote. Told him everything, every lie, every golden shining coat. This is Kingston's truth, but it ain't the truth I live by anymore. Nah, Eddie, this is Kingston's truth, but I'm walking out that door. Out that door. Got 6 strings on my shoulder, and the truth worth fighting for. He said I never lied about the money, never lied about the fame. He said I never lied about the money, never lied about the fame. He said I never lied about the money, never lied about the fame. He said I never lied about the money, never lied about the fame. I stood there a long moment, fist still clenched down at my side. I stood there a long moment, fist still clenched down at my side. Finally took the seat across from him, swallowed down my pride. This is Kingston's truth, serving cold across the bar. This is Kingston's truth, serving cold across the bar. Everything's a business, Jesse, that's just who we are.
The rains came hard that April, harder than we'd ever seen. The rains came hard that April, harder than we'd ever seen. The river started climbing past the bank, swallowing up the green. Well, it came banging on my door before the sun had fully rose. Well, it came banging on my door before the sun had fully rose. Said Jesse, they're calling for sandbags, water's coming, Lord only knows. When the river rose that April, it didn't care whose house it took. When the river rose that April, every prayer, every look went up toward heaven, asking for the mercy of a closing book. I grabbed my boots and left my guitar resting safe up on the shelf. I grabbed my boots and left my guitar resting safe up on the shelf. For once there wasn't time for music, just saving something else. When the river rose that April, it didn't care whose house it took. When the river rose that April, every prayer, every look went up toward heaven, asking for the mercy of a closing book. The whole town turned out of working, black and white side by side. The whole town turned out of working, black and white side by side, stacking sandbags through the night against that rising tide. Junie stayed with Sam up on higher ground, safe inside of Daddy's church. Junie stayed with Sam up on higher ground, safe inside of Daddy's church. I worked till my hands were bleeding, left me aching, left me hurt. Marcus lost his family's tool shed, watched it float on down the bend. Marcus lost his family's tool shed, watched it float on down the bend. But he kept on stacking sandbags that can't stop now, gotta defend. When the river rose that April, it didn't care whose house it took.
On the third night, standing waist deep in cold river water, passing sandbags down a line of exhausted, mud-covered strangers and friends alike. I thought about every kind of trouble I'd ever faced. Delilah leaving, Ray Kingston's fine print, Rosalie's lies. None of it prepared me for something as plain and honest as a river. It didn't care about contracts or heartbreak, just kept rising regardless. But something about that plainness felt almost like a mercy. There was nobody to be angry at, no man to confront. Just neighbors, black and white, preacher and sinner, all of us in the same cold water, fighting for the same muddy ground. Big Sam passed me a sandbag and said, "Over the rain, this is the realest kind of blues there is, son. Not one man's heartbreak, but a whole town's carried together." I understood him completely. By the fourth morning, the rain finally broke, the river starting to recede. By the fourth morning, the rain finally broke, the river starting to recede. We stood there muddy, exhausted, but the town was saved. That's all we need. Some folks lost everything they had, homes washed clean away. Some folks lost everything they had, homes washed clean away. But not a single soul was lost, and that's the thing we pray. Sam, mud caked up to my knees. I walked home slow to Julie and Sam, mud caked up to my knees. She ran out crying, held me tight, said, "Thank God, please." When the river rose at April, we stood as one and held the line, When the river rose at April, this whole town proved so fine, Got 6 strings on my shoulder, and neighbors I'll call mine. Myself into rehearsal, tried to drown it out in rhyme. Ray stopped by my hotel room, said we got a bigger show to plan. Ray stopped by my hotel room, said we got a bigger show to plan. Acting like nothing in the world had shifted underneath this man. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. I should have seen it coming sooner, should have read the warning in his calm. I asked him plain if he'd seen Rosalie, watched his eyes dart to the floor. He asked him plain if he'd seen Rosalie, watched his eyes dart to the floor. Can't say that I have, he told me, but I'd heard that lie before. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. I should have seen it come Kingston and Miss Rosalie, they go back before your time. She said, Mr. Kingston and Miss Rosalie, they go back before your time. She works for him, Mr. Cole always has, since before Clarksville, since before that green-eyed shine. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. I should have seen it coming sooner, should have read the warning in his calm. I stood there like I'd been hit, the room spinning slow around. I stood there like I'd been hit, the room spinning slow around. Every sweet word Rosalie whispered, turning hollow, turning to sound. She was a never mind to lose, she was a raised hand all along. She was a never mind to lose, she was a raised hand all along. Sent to keep me sweet and steady, singing pretty, singing strong. I thought about that first night at the kettle, her green eyes catching the light. I thought about that first night at the kettle, her green eyes catching the light. Wondered how much of that meeting had been planned before that very night. I walked out of that office and just kept walking. Didn't have a place in mind. Past the diners and the record shops with my own face staring back at me from the window glass. And I thought about Big Sam's warning the very first week I met Ray Kingston. She runs with a fella named Ray, comes round when the crowd is more. I'd heard that warning with my own 2 ears and let it drift right past me. Too dazzled by green eyes and gold rings to hear the truth in it. I thought about my daddy's guitar resting back in that hotel room, the one honest thing in my whole life that never once lied to me, never once needed to be paid to sound the way it sounded. I stopped walking outside, a little shackle on the edge of downtown. Sat down on the steps, and for the first time since Delilah left, I let myself cry right there in the middle of Memphis. A famous man crying like the cotton field boy he used to be. Ow! But knew I still had something left to prove. I wasn't gonna run this time, I wasn't gonna disappear. I wasn't gonna run this time, I wasn't gonna disappear. I was gonna stand right there in Memphis and make Ray Kingston hear. He knew all along she was never yours. Bar
7 days since Jesse caught him with the papers in his hand. 7 days of waiting on a promise wearing thin. Ray keeps saying, soon, brother, soon I'll set it right. Jesse keeps on drinking, keeps on letting the doubt sink in. Calloway don't know yet, Jesse hasn't told a soul, except Miss Hattie sworn to silence, worried in her eyes. Jesse tells himself he's handling it the quiet way, tells himself that air and trouble never made a man look wise. The shows go on in Cincinnati, Louisville, then Dayton. Jesse's playing on the outside while he's breaking underneath. Loretta's gone, raised a stranger, wearing an old friend's jacket. Big Sam's far away in Clarksdale, just a voice beneath the teeth. A telegram arrives from Memphis, from the bank Miss Hattie flagged. Says the account in question's now completely drained and closed. Jesse reads it twice, feels the last thread of denial snapping, feels a door that had been cracked, slammed shut and fully closed. He finds Ray backstage in Dayton, laughing with the roadies. Ray sees Jesse's face and laughter dies down in his throat. Jesse holds the telegram out, doesn't raise his voice at all. The account is empty, Ray, where'd $10,000 go? Ray's smile finally drops completely, and something old surfaces. A tiredness, a bitterness Jesse's never seen him wear. Says, you want the truth, Jesse? I got debts, I got a family. You got everything so easy, I just took my fair share. And the roadies stop their working, and the room goes cold and still, and a friendship built on cornbread finally shows its final bill. 6 strings and a telegram, midnight train derailing, whiskey glass can't fix the hole that's opening up inside. 6 strings and a telegram, everything I'm failing to hold together, brother, there's no place left to hide. Jesse asked the question that's been burning since the lobby. Fair share of what, Ray? I gave you work, I gave you trust. Ray just shakes his head and says, you never asked what I was owed for carrying your bags for years while you collected all the dust. The words cut deeper than the money ever could have, and Jesse feels the old friendship crumbling into something cold and strange. Ray says he's leaving, says he's done, says Jesse can keep his diamonds, walks out through the stage door and don't ever look again. Jesse stood there in the empty backstage hallway for a long time. After Ray's footsteps had faded down the corridor and out into the Dayton night. The roadies had gone quiet, pretending to be busy with cables and cases, giving him the kind of privacy people give a man who's just watched something break that can't be fixed. He thought about all the years, Clarksdale, the dirt roads, the porch steps, the half a sandwich afternoons, and wondered if any of it had been as real as he remembered, or if Ray had been keeping score the whole time. Counting up some debt Jesse never knew he owed. Maybe that's what money did to people, maybe it didn't create the greed, the resentment, the quiet keeping score. Maybe it just gave it somewhere to finally show itself. Jesse thought about his daddy's guitar, still safe in its case. The one thing in his whole life that had never once asked him for anything he couldn't give. He picked it up and held it close, right there in the empty hallway. And for the first time since Loretta left, he let himself cry. Calloway finds out by morning, furious about the money, says they'll handle it with lawyers. Says Ray Cole, no wait, Ray Doss will pay. Jesse just sits quiet through the meeting, doesn't care much for the details. Feels like something bigger than the money slipped away. Sworn to silence, worried in her eyes. Jesse tells himself he's handling it the quiet way. Tells himself that air in trouble never made a man look wise. The shows go on in Cincinnati, Louisville, then Dayton. Jesse's playing on the outside while he's breaking underneath. Loretta's gone, raise a stranger, wearing an old friend's jacket. Big Sam's far away in Clarksdale, just a voice beneath the teeth. 7 days since Jesse caught him with the papers in his hand. 7 days waiting on a promise wearing thin. Ray keeps saying, soon, brother, soon I'll set it right. Jesse keeps on drinking, keeps on letting the doubt sink in. Calloway don't know yet, Jesse hasn't told a soul, except Miss Hattie sworn to silence, worried in her eyes. Jesse tells himself he's handling it the quiet way. Tells himself that every trouble never made a man look wise. The shows go on in Cincinnati, Louisville, then Dayton. Jesse's playing on the outside while he's breaking underneath. Loretta's gone, raise a stranger, wearing no friends. Jackie, Big Sam's far away in Clarksdale, just a voice beneath the teeth. Sell had memorized from Memphis, from the bank Miss Hattie flagged. Says the can of questions now completely drained and closed. Jesse reads it twice, feels the last thread of denial snapping. Feels a door that had been cracked, slammed shut and fully closed. He finds Ray backstage in Dayton, laughing with the roadies. He finds Ray backstage in Dayton, laughing with the roadies. He finds Ray backstage in Dayton, laughing in the roadies look wise. He finds Ray backstage in Dayton, laughing at the word and how to cry. Stern as a Sunday sermon. Junie's daddy was a preacher man, stern as a Sunday sermon. Marcus warned me, watch yourself cold. He don't take kindly to no vermin. I put on my one good shirt, comb my hair the best I could. I put on my one good shirt, comb my hair the best I could. Walked up to his little house, feeling nervous as a green cut wood. I'm asking Junie's father now, head in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking Junie's father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer. Every mile I walk to get here, wondering if I'm even welcome there. He set me down upon his porch, didn't offer me a seat too fast. He set me down upon his porch, didn't offer me a seat too fast. Studied me a long, long moment like he was reading through my past. I'm asking Junie's father now, head in hand and heart laid bare. led. Heard about women, heard about money, heard the road that you were fed. I didn't try to hide a single piece, told him every mile, every fall. I didn't try to hide a single piece, told him every mile, every fall. Told him about Delilah, Rosalie, Ray Kingston, told him truthfully, told him all. He listened close, didn't interrupt, just nodded slow and grim. He listened close, didn't interrupt, just nodded slow and grim. When I finished, he was quite a while before he looked at me again. I'm asking Junie's father now, head in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking Junie's father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer. Every mile I walk to get here, wondering if I'm even welcome there. A man who tells the truth about his failings, he said, ain't the same as a man who hides. A man who tells the truth about his failings, he said, ain't the same as a man who hides. I marry fools who look much cleaner, standing pretty at my side. My daughter don't need clean, he said she needs a man who's finally found his ground. My daughter don't need clean, he said she needs a man who's finally found his ground. You sure you found it, son, or is this porch just one more town? I looked that old preacher dead in the eye, and for a moment I thought about every road I'd walked since Delilah left. The midnight train, the crossroads outside Clarksville, Memphis, Ray, Rosalie, the long walk back to the copper kettle, the juke joint circuit, Willie's kindness, and finally this very porch. And I told him the truest thing I knew. Sir, I've been lost enough times to know exactly what fine feels like now. I ain't perfect, and I ain't finished changing, but I know this: every road I ever walked was leading me towards somebody who didn't need me to be nothing but honest. That's your daughter. I ain't asking to stop walking altogether, I'm asking if she'd walk it with me. And if you trust me enough to let her. He was quiet a long moment, then he stood up slow, held out his hand and said, well, that's the first honest thing a man said to me on this porch in a long while. Jesse Cole. He shook my hand firm and slow, said, you got my blessing, son. He shook my hand firm and slow, said, you got my blessing, son. But you break her heart the way that Memphis broke you, we'll have another run. I laughed relieved and thanked him proper, promised I'd hold true. I laughed relieved and thanked him proper, promised I'd hold true. He called Junie out onto the porch, said, girl, I believe he's fit for you. Junie ran out laughing, tears not far behind her eyes. Junie ran out laughing, tears not far behind her reading through my past. I'm asking June is father now, hat in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking June is father now, praying that he'll heed my prayer. In Clarksdale looks smaller than a picture. Same peeling paint, same bench, same rusted overhang above. Jesse steps down slow with a suitcase and his 6 strings. Feels a delta heat wrap around him like a memory of love. Nobody's waiting on the platform, no reporters, no fanfare. Just a dog asleep in shade and a farmer loading grain. Jesse almost laughs out loud at how the silence greets him. After years of screaming crowds, this quiet feels like rain. He walks the road toward Big Sam's, past the fields he used to walk through. Cotton balls still white against the red clay and the sky. Every fence post, every ditch, a marker of a life before. The Cadillac and diamonds and the reasons he don't know why. Big Sam's juke joint looks the same, a little older, roof still leaning. Jesse stands outside a moment, hand upon the splintered door. Here's the sound of someone practicing the blues progression slowly. Steps inside to find Big Sam right where he'd been years before. Hey! Big Sam looks up slow, don't jump, don't shout, don't make a fuss of it. Just says, took you long enough, and nods toward an empty chair. Jesse sits down heavy with the weight of every mile behind him. Big Sam pours 2 glasses, sets one down, and lets it just sit there. Drinking that today, Jesse says, surprising even himself. Big Sam raises up an eyebrow, doesn't push it, doesn't pry. Just says, all right then, boy, and pours the extra back to bottle. Something in that quiet gesture nearly brings a grown man to cry. And the dust motes hang in sunlight coming through the same old door, and the room still holds the silence Jesse thought he lost before. 6 strings coming home now, midnight train delivered. Whiskey glass untouched today, first in far too long. 6 strings coming home now, everything I've weathered led me back to where I started, back to where I still belong. Big Sam asked him careful, so what happened up in Nashville? Jesse tells him everything, the diamonds and the fall, the contracts in Loretta, and the way Ray broke the friendship. Big Sam listens quiet, doesn't interrupt at all. When Jesse is finished talking, Big Sam leans back in his chair, says, sounds like Nashville taught you everything except the truth, that a man's worth ain't in diamonds, ain't in crowds or magazine covers. It's in the sound that's honest, same as when you were a youth. Big Sam got up slow, joints popping the way old joints do, and walked over to a shelf behind the bar, where he kept a few things nobody was allowed to touch. He pulled down an old photograph curled at the edges of a young man with a guitar standing on this very floor.
Years and years before Jesse was even born. That's me. Big Sam said, back when I thought the whole world owed me something for how good I could play. Took me near 20 years and a lot of empty rooms to figure out the world don't owe man nothing. The music's the gift, everything else, the money, the fame, the folks who smile at you 'cause of what you can do for them. That's just weather, boy. It comes, it goes. But the music, if you treat it right, that's the one thing that stays. He set the photograph down on the bar in front of Jesse. You still got your daddy's guitar, that's more than most men ever get to keep. Don't you go losing that too. Jesse holds his daddy's guitar a little tighter after hearing, runs his fingers slow along the 6 strings, warm but true. Says, I don't know if I can build back what I had before. Big Sam smiles and says, you don't rebuild it, boy, you build it new. Two sounds remembering what it means to feel right. 6 strings coming home now, midnight train delivered. Whiskey glass untouched today, first in far too long. 6 strings coming home now, everything I weathered. Big Sam's here beside me, this is where I still belong. Daddy's guitar is singing like it never left this floor. 6 strings coming home now, I'm not running anymore. Evening settles soft on Clarksdale, crickets starting up their song. Jesse sits out on the porch step where his story first began. 6 strings resting quiet and laugh beneath the Delta stars, wondering if a broken man can learn to build again. The station in Clarksdale looks smaller than he pictured. Same peeling paint, same bench, same rusted vine above. Jesse steps down slow with his suitcase and his 6 strings. Feels the Delta heat wrap round him like a memory of love. Nobody's waiting on the platform, no reporters, no fanfare. Just a dog asleep in the shade and a farmer loading the grain. Jesse almost laughs out loud at how the silence greets him. After years of screaming crowds, this quiet feels like rain. He walks the road toward Big Sam's, past the fields he used to walk through. The river and the bend. Juke joint owners started calling out, wanting me to come and lend my voice and 6 string to their weekends, fill their rooms up wall to wall. My voice and
six string to their weekends, fill their rooms up wall to wall. I started traveling circuit style, a different stage every single hall. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, town to town on my own 2 feet. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, playing every barroom and side street, building up a name for myself that don't come with no deceit. Natchez, Jackson, then on to Hattiesburg, every room a different face. Natchez, Jackson, then on to Hattiesburg, every room a different face. But the same kind of hunger in their eyes, the same kind of empty space. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, town to town on my own 2 feet. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, playing every barroom and side street, building up a name for myself that don't come with no deceit. Hey! I started making real money now, but different than before. I started making real money now, but different than before. Every dollar had my own hands on it, wasn't skimmed off at raised back door. I bought myself a second guitar, a beat-up amp, a sturdy case. I bought myself a second guitar, a beat-up amp, a sturdy case. Started thinking about putting a band together, filling up the empty space. Found a drummer in Jackson named Willie, steady hands and a steadier heart. Found a drummer in Jackson named Willie, steady hands and a steadier heart. Found a bass man outside Hattiesburg who could hold a groove from the very start. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, town to town on my own 2 feet. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, playing every barroom and side street, building up a name for myself that don't come with no deceit. By the time we hit Laurel, we were a real band, tied and true. By the time we hit Laurel, we were a real band, tied and true. Willie's drums and Marcus on the bass, holding down the groove. Crowds got bigger every week, but this time it felt different, felt right. Crowds got bigger every week, but this time it felt different, felt right. Wasn't Ray's machine behind it, just 3 men and an honest night. There's a difference I was learning between being built up by somebody else's hands and building something up yourself, brick by brick, town by town. Willie and Marcus didn't answer to no contract, they answered to the music. Same as me, we split every dollar even, 3 ways, no fine print. No green-eyed woman keeping tabs on my mood for somebody else's benefit. I thought about Ray Kingston sometimes, wondered if he'd heard about the juke joint circuit buzzing with my name on it. Wondered if it burned him, known he didn't own a single note of what we were building. I hoped it did, but mostly I was just grateful, sitting in the back of Willie's old truck between towns, watching the Mississippi countryside roll by. For the first time finding out what it felt like to build something true, with my own 2 hands alongside men who wanted nothing from me but the music itself. We played 6 nights a week, some months, barely stopping to catch our breath. We played 6 nights a week, some months, barely stopping to catch our breath. But every juke joint felt like family, not a single one felt like a test. Willie's wife would cook us supper whenever we rode back through town. Willie's wife would cook us supper whenever we rode back through town. Marcus taught me how to laugh again, taught me how to settle down.
juke joint circuit now. Building something honest and true. Honest and true. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and 2 good men who see me through.
Tricks that made him who we are. He showed me how to bend a note till it near about cries. He showed me how to bend a note till it near about cries. That's the sound of a woman leaving, Big Sam testified. Down at the copper kettle, where the whiskey's cheap and warm. Down at the copper kettle, where the eye of someone storm. Every broken heart in Clarksville comes to hear us play till dawn. Friday, word got round the town. The crowd got bigger every Friday, word got round the town. That cold boy's got a fire is what I heard get passed around. Down at the copper kettle, where the whiskey's cheap and warm. Down at the copper kettle, where the eye of someone's storm. Every broken heart in Clarksville comes to hear us play till dawn. Called my stair one night. A woman with green eyes and a red dress called my stair one night. Big Sam elbowed me and laughed, said, "Boy, you ain't near all right." I looked away and hit the strings, tried to keep my mind in line. I looked away and hit the strings, tried to keep my mind in line. But that whiskey glass in front of me kept calling out one more time. Down at the copper kettle, where the whiskey's cheap and warm. Down at the copper kettle, where the eye of someone's storm. Every broken heart in Clarksville comes to hear us play till dawn. The owner man named Otis pulled me over after last call. The owner man named Otis pulled me over after last call. Said, "Cole, I'll pay you regular if you play here through the fall." Big Sam found me out back counting my first real payday. More money than I made picking cotton in a month. He didn't say congratulations, he just looked at me hard and said, "Careful now, Jesse, this town's sweet on you tonight." But sweetness turns quick when the crowd wants more than you got to give. I seen good men chase that applause till they forgot why they picked up the guitar in the first place. I laughed it off, then told him I could handle a little shine. Lord, I wish I'd listened closer to that old man that night. Dreaming big teaching, kept me humble, kept me honest to the bone. Big Sam kept teaching, kept me humble, kept me honest to the bone. But that green-eyed woman kept on smiling from her corner all alone. Down at the Copper Kettle, I ain't just passing through no more. Down at the Copper Kettle, they're calling out for an encore. Got 6 strings and a steady wage and a green-eyed girl I can't ignore.
Duffel backpack with everything he owns. A shirt, a razor, and a photograph gone thin. Jesse stands alone on the platform in the rain, watching the signal light turn from red to green. Big Sam ain't here, said his goodbyes back at the bar. Said a man walks his own road when the road calls his name. Jesse's got a card in his pocket, worn from touching, and a harmonica silver with Big Sam's initials engraved. The station clock reads 11:51. 9 more minutes till the whole world starts to turn. Jesse thinks about the Delta and the cotton fields behind him. Thinks about the fires that a young man's gotta burn. An old woman on the bench is humming something holy. A soldier sleeping with his cap pulled to his eyes. Jesse holds his guitar case like it's holding him together, and he watches how the steam curls up against the sky. Somewhere back in Clarksdale, Delilah's just a memory. A photograph, a name he don't say out loud no more. Somewhere back at the juke joint, Big Sam's pouring whiskey, wondering if the boy he raised will find what he's looking for. And the whistle's getting closer, and his heartbeat's getting loud, and there ain't no turning backward once you're standing in the crowd. Midnight train to Memphis, 6 strings on my back, whiskey glass left empty on the table in the past. Midnight train to Memphis, ain't looking down the track. I'm chasing something bigger, and I'm chasing it real fast. The conductor calls a boarding land and swinging in his hand. Jesse takes one long look at the town he's leaving cold. Every porch light, every steeple, every dirt road that he's walked, getting smaller in the darkness, like a story getting told. He climbs the steps with his boots still muddy from the rain, finds a window seat where the glass is cool against his palm. The whistle screams so loud it rattles every bone inside him, and the wheels start turning slow, then they turn into a song. Jesse pressed his forehead to that window glass
and watched Mississippi disappear behind a curtain of rain and smoke. He thought about his daddy, dead 6 years now, who used to say a guitar was just a voice for the things a man couldn't say with his mouth. He thought about the calluses on his fingers, built up from 100 nights in rooms just like the one he left. And he thought about Mr. Calloway's card, still creased from where he'd folded and unfolded it a dozen times just to make sure it was real. Memphis was 300 miles of dark track away, and Jesse didn't know a single soul in that city. No bar, no room, no friendly face, just a name on a business card and a promise that might turn out to be nothing more than smoke. But the wheels were already turning, and there wasn't a man alive who could stop this train now, least of all Jesse Cole. Oh, the passengers are sleeping, heads against the glass. Jesse pulls his 6 strings closer like a child he's got a guard. He thinks about the label, thinks about the money, thinks about a stage instead of a splintered juke joint yard. Yeah! The train wheels clatter one way, on and on and on. Jesse's harmonica answers, on and on and on. Steel against steel, breath against reed, 2 voices riding the rhythm of everything he needs. Midnight train to Memphis, 6 strings on my back, whiskey glass left empty, I ain't looking down that track. Midnight train to Memphis, city lights up ahead, 6 strings singing louder than the doubts inside my head. Big Sam's blessing riding with me, Delilah's fading light. Midnight train to Memphis, I'm gonna make it right. The dawn is breaking pink and gray across the Tennessee line. Jesse's eyes stay open, watching Memphis come in view. 6 strings resting on his lap, harmonica in his pocket, whiskey glass forgotten. There's a whole new life to choose. Hey! Thursday morning breaks were due on Beale Street Stone. Jesse walks along with boots that echo down the block. The studio door is propped by a man with cigarette smoke. Says you cold, get on in, we're already on the clock. Inside the room is small with wires taped along the floor. A microphone hangs down like a silver preacher's mouth. Jesse sets his amp up, shaking just a little, thinking of his daddy's hands that built this sound down south. Calloway's behind the glass with headphones on his ears, says, give me something real, boy, don't you play me safe. Jesse tunes a 6-string slow, remembering the Delta, remembering the Porsche where his daddy learned to play.
knows the room. Jesse closes both his eyes and sees the midnight train again. Sees Delilah's face still hanging like a fading moon. First take comes out shaky. Calloway shakes his head. Says you're playing like you're scared, boy. Play it like you're free. Jesse thinks of every juke joint, every jail cell floor he slept on. Thinks of Big Sam's voice saying, play it just for me. Second take, the room goes still. The engineer leans in. Jesse's fingers find the string like water finds a groove. Something breaks wide open, something honest starts to pour. Calloway stands up slowly like the sound has made him move. And the tape is rolling steady, catching every single sound. Every mile that Jesse traveled, coming through without a doubt. 6 strings on the tape now. Midnight train's my song. Whiskey glass is empty, but my voice is finally clear. 6 strings on the tape now. This is where I belong. First time since Delilah left, I ain't running out of here. Second song's a slow one about a girl who caught a train. Jesse sings it soft the way regret is always sung. Calloway don't interrupt, just lets the tape keep turning. Says later that's the truest thing I heard from someone young. Third song's got some fire in it, a Chuck Berry kind of stomp, about the roads he's walked and the rooms he's left behind. Fourth song comes out different, slower, deeper, older, about a whiskey glass that's finally left behind his mind. When the tape stopped rolling, nobody said a word for a while. Calloway came out from behind the glass, took his glasses off and wiped them on his shirt. He said, son, I've cut 100 sessions in this room. Most of them sound like they're trying to be somebody else. You sound like Jesse Cole. That's rare. He said the label would press the 4th song first, the slow one about the whiskey glass. Said radio men in 3 states were already asking who the new voice out of Memphis was. Jesse didn't know what to say. He thought about the porch back home. His daddy's hands guiding his fingers to the right frets. And he thought somewhere that old man was listening too, even if it was just the wind carrying the sound down south. They step outside where Beale Street's humming in the evening. Calloway lights a cigar and claps him on the back. Says Thursday's gonna be a day you tell your children stories of. Jesse just looks up at the sky, watching daylight fade to black. Calls out, give us everything. Jesse's harmonica answers, everything I got. Read against the quiet of the empty room. 2 sounds weaving through a Memphis afternoon. Yeah, 6 strings on the tape now. Midnight train's my song. Whiskey glass is empty, but my voice is finally clear. 6 strings on the tape now, 4 sides strong.
first time since Delilah left, I finally feel here. Big Sam's teaching right through every note I play. 6 strings on the tape now, this is how it's made. Jesse walks Beale Street with the session in his bones. Neon flickers welcome like it's calling out his name. 4 sides cut on Thursday, a whole life waiting after. 6 strings on his shoulder, never quite the same. Thursday morning breaks are due on Beale Street Stone. Jesse walks along with boots that echo down the block. 'Cause this Thursday's gonna be the day you tell your children stories up. Says you come, get on in, we're already on the clock. Inside the room is small with wires taped along the floor. A microphone hangs down like a silver preacher's mouth. Jesse sets his hand up, shaking just a little, thinking of his daddy's hands that built this sound down south. Callaway's behind the glass with headphones on his.
Well, Ray came back the following week with papers in his hand. Ray came back the following week with papers in his hand. Said, sign right here, Jesse Cole, and I'll make you a household name across this land. He talked about a studio, a record with my name in bold. He talked about a studio, a record with my name in bold. Talked about money coming in faster than a river when it's cold. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mind. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mind. Saying, Jesse, this could be the best decision of your time. Rosalie sat close beside me, whispering, go on and sign. Rosalie sat close beside me, whispering, go on and sign. Said, don't you want to give me nice things? Don't you want that life to shine? Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mind. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mind. Saying, Jesse, this could be the best decision of your time. Big Sam sat quiet in the corner, fiddle resting on his knee. Big Sam sat quiet in the corner, fiddle resting on his knee. Didn't say a word that whole night, just kept staring straight at me. I asked him after closing time, Sam, why won't you speak your mind? I asked him after closing time, Sam, why won't you speak your mind? He said, you already made your choice, boy. I can see it in your eyes shine. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mind. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mind. Saying, Jesse, this could be the best decision of your time. I told Big Sam, it's just a contract, don't mean I'm leaving you. I told Big Sam, it's just a contract, don't mean I'm leaving you. He friends
feeling's few. I ain't saying don't go chase it. Every young man's got that right.
I ain't saying don't go chase it. Every young man's got that right. Just remember who was here before that suit walked
In that night, Big Sam poured himself a drink, the first I'd seen him take in weeks. And he told me about a boy he knew back in his younger days, a fiddle player twice as good as Sam ever claimed to be, who signed his name to a fella just like Ray, all smiles and gold rings. And 3 years later, that boy was washing dishes in a Memphis diner. His name nowhere on a record that made somebody else rich. I ain't telling you this to scare you, Jesse, Sam said. I'm telling you 'cause somebody should have told me.
read every line, trust the music, not the man selling it. I nodded like I understood. Truth is, I already had that pen in my pocket, and Rosalie's green eyes were the only thing I could really see that night.
Next morning, Ray was waiting outside with coffee and a grin.
Next morning, Ray was waiting outside with coffee
And a grin.
Said Memphis is calling, Jesse Cole, you ready
To begin. I looked back once at the copper kettle, at the room above the bar.
I looked back once at the copper kettle,
At the room above the bar.
thought about Big Sam's tired eyes and how far I'd come.
How far?
I signed my name below the line, hand shaking just a bit. I signed my name below the line, head shaking just a bit. Rosalie kissed my cheek and smiled, said, baby,
This is it.
oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and now it's stuck in mine too, stuck in mine. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and Lord knows
What do you do?
what he do. Got 6 strings and a signed paper and a whole new life
Breaking through.
She started sleeping later, waking up before I'd rise. She started sleeping later, waking up before I'd rise. I catch her staring out the window
With a distance in her eyes.
I asked her once what's troubling her. She said nothing, I'm just tired. She asked her once what's troubling her. She said nothing, I'm just tired. But tired don't explain the way her warmth had slow retired. There's a silence coming off of Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. There's a silence coming off of Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. I keep asking what I did wrong, but she won't say it plain. She used to wait by the stage door, now she waits in the car instead. She used to wait by the stage door, now she waits in the car instead. Used to hang on every word I sang, now there's just quiet words unsaid. There's a silence coming off of Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. There's a silence coming off of Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. that's all it's ever been. I told myself it's business, that's all it's ever been. But something in my gut kept whispering what my mind wouldn't let in. There's a silence coming over Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. There's a silence coming over Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. I keep asking what I did wrong, but she won't say it plain. I brought her flowers on a Tuesday, tried to bring the old spark back. I brought her flowers on a Tuesday, tried to bring the old spark back. She smiled polite and thanked me kindly, but her eyes stayed on the black. I asked her straight, do you still love me, or is this just a show? I asked her straight, do you still love me, or is this just a show? She looked at me a long, long moment, said, Jesse, I don't rightly know. That answer sat heavier on me than any fine print Ray ever wrote. I'd spent so long fighting for percentages and contracts. I never stopped to ask if the woman standing next to me through it all was even still standing there for me, or just for what I'd become. I thought about Delilah, about the note she left on that kitchen table. I can't live here watching you stay the same. Funny how a man can change. So much on the outside, the suits, the crowds, the 40%, and still end up losing a woman for reasons that sound near the same. Rosalie touched my hand that night, gentle, almost sad, like she was already saying goodbye without the words to match. I ain't leaving yet, she said, but I don't know how much longer I can watch you disappear. For what I'd confess. By morning she was gone before I woke, note left on the stand. By morning she was gone before I woke, note left on the stand. Said gonna clear my head a while, Jesse, try to understand. In the room grow wide, I sat there with that folded note, feeling the room grow wide, wondering if every woman in my life was destined just to leave my side. There's a silence coming over Rosalie, and now she's finally gone. Finally gone. There's a silence coming over Rosalie, but I gotta carry on. Carry on. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and another empty dawn. Repossession men arrive at dawn outside the hotel entry. The moon-colored Cadillac that once made him feel like royalty rolls away behind a tow truck, disappearing near and far. Callaway's lawyers say the debts are finally caught the numbers. They say the label's cutting losses, say the contract's now in doubt. Jesse packs the things he still can call his own inside a suitcase, 6 strings and a photograph, and not much else about. Frank the driver shakes his hand, says sorry, Mr. Cole. Says he's got another job now, driving for a different star. Jesse thanks him for the kindness, for the years of empty small talk. Watches one more piece of Nashville shrinking smaller, shrinking far. He checks out of the hotel with the manager, watching careful, counting every towel, every ashtray, every little thing. Jesse used to tip in 20s, used to laugh at all their fussing. Now he counts his own thin wallet like a man who's counting strings. Miss Hattie finds him in the lobby, quiet, sets an envelope. Says it's not much severance, but she wanted him to know that some folks still remember kindness underneath the ruin. Jesse thanks her, doesn't cry, though his eyes are close to those. He walks out to the station where he'd walked in years before. Different suitcase, different man, though the tracks remain the same. Buys a one-way ticket south this time instead of north to Fortune. Whispers to himself the sound of his own given name. And the station clock keeps ticking, same as ever, cold and slow. And the midnight train arriving is the only friend Jesse knows. 6 strings and a suitcase, midnight train is calling. Whiskey glass left broken in a hotel far behind. 6 strings and a suitcase, everything is falling. But something feels like honesty for the first time in my mind. An old man on the platform strikes up, conversation easy. Says you look like someone I might have heard on the radio. Jesse almost laughs, says used to be, don't know if I still am. The old man shrugs and says, well son, seems like a hard road. The train pulls in with steam and steel the way it always has. Jesse climbs aboard with nothing but his suitcase and his name. No driver, no assistant, no Loretta, and no Ray now. Just a rattling window seat and the Delta calling him again. Somewhere around the Kentucky line, Jesse pressed his head against the glass, the same way he had 3 years before, riding the opposite direction. Full of hope and a business card and a future he thought he understood. Now the future was behind him, or maybe it never existed. The way he pictured it, maybe the whole shining Nashville dream had just been a longer, prettier version of a whiskey glass. Something a man drinks to feel bigger than he is. Until one morning he wakes up and the bottle's empty, and so is he. Jesse thought about his daddy again, the way he always did. When the world got too loud to think straight in, his daddy had never owned a Cadillac, never owned a diamond ring, never signed a contract that didn't read 3 times over first. And yet somehow on that porch in Clarksdale, that man had seemed richer than anybody Jesse met in Nashville. Jesse didn't know yet if he could get back to that kind of rich. But for the first time in a long while, riding that rattling train through the dock, he wanted to try. The conductor calls the station, same as any other evening. Jesse watches farmland roll by, darker than before. He thinks of Big Sam's juke joint, thinks of Clarksdale's dusty roads, thinks
Jesse. Dawn breaks slow across the fields as Mississippi nears. Jesse's eyes stay open, watching red clay come in view. 6 strings resting on his lap, a suitcase by his boots. Riding on the Clarksdale to the only truth he knew. Repossession men arrive at dawn outside the hotel entrance. Jesse watches from the window as they hook up to the car. The moon-colored Cadillac that once made him feel like royalty rolls away behind the tow truck, disappearing near and far. Callaway's lawyers say the debts have finally caught the numbers. Say the label's cutting losses. Say the contracts are now in doubt. Jesse packs the things he still can call his own inside a suitcase. 6 strings and a photograph, and not much else about. Frank the driver shakes his hand, says sorry, Mr. Cole. Says he's got another job now, driving for a different star. Jesse thanks him for the
with the sun still climbing high. Buildings taller than the cotton silos back home. Jesse presses his palm against the window glass and stares at a city that don't know his name but's about to own. Callaway checks him into a hotel with a real doorman. Says this is where the real money starts to come around. Jesse sets his 6 strings on a bed too clean to touch. Feels the weight of everything he's leaving in the ground. Big Sam's letters come less often. Clarksdale feels far off. A postcard here, a phone call there. The distance start to grow. Jesse writes back doing fine. Sam, wish that you could see this, but some nights he don't know exactly what it means, or don't quite know. The label sets a meeting with executive suits, talking numbers, talking contracts, talking bigger, talking more. Jesse nods along and signs where they tell him he should sign, not reading every line the way his daddy taught him for. The woman at the label office catches Jesse's eye, name of Loretta, with a laugh like church bells ringing clear. Callaway says, careful boy, but Jesse just keeps looking. Something in her smile feels warmer than he's felt all year. Nights start blurring into parties in the higher rooms. Whiskey glasses passed around like water at a well. Jesse plays for smaller crowds, a richer, louder people. Different from the juke joints, different, and it's hard to tell. And the city lights keep burning brighter than the Clarksdale stars, and the whiskey glass keeps filling faster than the passing cars. 6 strings in the big house, midnight train still calling. Whiskey glass keeps filling up, I ain't watching close. 6 strings in the big house, further from my falling. Feels like I'm becoming someone daddy wouldn't know. Loretta finds him on the balcony one warm October night. Says, you play like a man who's carrying something heavy cold. Jesse tells her half the truth about a girl and a train. Loretta listens closer than the story that he told. Calloway pulls Jesse aside before the party's over. Says the label wants a new sound, something bigger, something bold. Says maybe soften up that Delta thing you're always playing. Jesse feels something tighten, feels a door start to close cold. Later that night, alone in the hotel room again, Jesse took his daddy's guitar out of its case and just held it for a while without playing anything. He thought about Big Sam's juke joint, the smoke, the smell of rain, the way the whole room used to breathe together when he played something honest. He thought about the meeting today, the men in suits, talking about him like he was a product on a shelf, talking about softening the very sound. They got him out of Mississippi in the first place. He thought about Loretta's laugh, warm and easy, and how easy it would be to lose himself. And laughter that easy, and rooms this soft, and whiskey glasses that never seemed to empty all the way. Jesse ran his thumb along the strings, slow, quiet, and whispered to the guitar like it might answer back. I ain't forgetting who I am, I ain't forgetting where I'm from. But even as he said it, some small and honest part of him wasn't so sure he believed it anymore. Morning comes and Calloway's got papers spread across the table. Bigger deal, bigger money, bigger name up in the lights. Jesse signs again a little faster than the last time. Tells himself he's climbing, tells himself he's doing right. Soft, uncertain now. Traffic getting re-tangled in the Nashville dark. Two sounds pulling different ways, losing their mark. Six strings in the big house. Midnight train still calling. Whiskey glass keeps filling up. I ain't watching close. Six strings in the big house. Further from my falling. So far now, Delilah's just a ghost. Daddy's guitar is quieter than it used to sing. Six strings in the big house. I'm becoming someone else's dream. Nashville sleeps beneath him, neon dimming into gray. Jesse stands out on the balcony, glass still in his hand. Six strings resting silent in the corner of the room, wondering when the boy from Clarksdale turned into this man. Back and feels his stomach turn to water. Bigger than any juke joint, bigger than any hall. Backstage smells like sawdust and 100 cigarettes. A band he's never met is tuning up behind the door. Calloway says these are your boys now, they'll back you on the tour. Jesse shakes their hands but wonders what Big Sam's playing for. The house lights dim and someone hollers out his name. Jesse walks the boys like walking on a frozen creek. His six strings feel heavier than they ever felt before, standing where 1,000 eyes awaiting him to speak. First chord rings out shaky, then it finds its feet. The crowd goes quiet like a congregation, bowing low. Jesse closes both his eyes and sees the Delta fields again. Sees the porch, the dust, the only home he used to know. Seconds on, the crowd starts clapping to the driving beat. Some girl up front is dancing with her eyes shut tight. Jesse feels a fire climbing up along his spine, different from the fires that he's felt on Jesse's chest goes tight with something he can't quite explain. A feeling bigger than the biggest sound he's ever heard. And the stage lights burn like sunrise, and the crowd feels like a flood. Something's rising up inside him, something moving through his blood. Six strings on the big stage, midnight trains roar, whiskey glass forgotten in the thunder of the crowd. Six strings on the big stage, I ain't a boy no more. First time in my whole life I'm standing tall and loud. After the show, a line of faces waits behind the curtain. Girls with pens and paper, men with bottles in their hand. Someone hands him whiskey like it's water, like it's nothing. Jesse hesitates a moment, then he lets it warm his hand. Calloway's laughing loud, already talking bigger cities. Talking Nashville, talking Chicago, talking names Jesse don't know. Jesse drinks a little more than he was drinking back in Clarksdale. Tells himself it's just tonight, just one more, we'll see how it goes. Later, in the quiet of the hotel room, Jesse sat on the edge of a bed too soft for Delta bones. His six strings leaning in the corner like a patient friend, and looked at his own reflection in the dark window glass. He thought about the boy who used to sleep in barns, who used to play for coins and cornbread, and wondered when exactly that boy had started disappearing. The whiskey in his glass wasn't the same whiskey Big Sam poured. It came in a different bottle from a different kind of man, handed to him by people who wanted something from his sound. He thought, just one drink don't change a man, just one big stage don't change a man. But somewhere far off, quiet as a whisper, a small voice reminded him that rivers don't change all at once either. They just bend a little more and a little more, until one day you look up and you're somewhere you never meant to be. Morning comes the sunlight harsh against his tired eyes. Calloway's already knocking, talking schedules, talking fame. Jesse packs his six string slow, remembering the porch at home, wondering if the boy from Clarksdale still deserves his name. One more song. Jesse's harmonica answers, one more, just one more. Cheering and Reed tangled in the hall. Two sounds rising higher than the stage lights, higher than it all. Six strings on the big stage, midnight trains roar, whiskey glass forgotten in the thunder of the crowd. Six strings on the big stage, I ain't a boy no more. Big Sam's far off watching, Delilah's in the clouds. Daddy's guitar is ringing louder than it's ever rung. Six strings on the big stage, my story's just begun.
met is tuning up behind the door. Calloway says these are you boys now, they'll back you on the tour. Jesse shakes their hands but wonders what Big Sam was playing for. Cause the house lights dim and someone hollers out his name. Jesse walks the boards like walking on a frozen creek.
The race car was shinier than anything I'd ever rode in my life. Race car was shinier than anything I'd ever rode in my life. Rosalie up front singing along, cutting through the morning like a knife. We passed the fields where I once picked cotton till my hands turned raw. We passed the fields where I once picked cotton till my hands turned raw. I pressed my face against the window, tried to swallow all I saw. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun, leaving everything behind me for a life that's just begun. Ray talked the whole way up there about the studio and the sound. Ray talked the whole way up there about the studio and the sound. Said they're gonna hear you, Jesse Cole, all across this town and beyond. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun, leaving everything behind me for a life that's just begun. I thought about Big Sam standing in the doorway, arms crossed tight. I thought about Big Sam standing in the doorway, arms crossed tight. Didn't wave goodbye, just watched us drive off into the light. Rosalie squeezed my hand and said, don't you look back now, baby. Rosalie squeezed my hand and said, don't you look back now, baby. But something in my chest kept aching like an old familiar melody. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun, leaving everything behind me for a life that's just begun. We stopped for gas outside a town I didn't know the name. We stopped for gas outside a town I didn't know the name. We bought cigarettes and coffee, said, kid, ain't nothing gonna be the same. I stepped outside and stretched my legs, looked up at the wide open sky. I stepped outside and stretched my legs, looked up at the wide open sky. Wondered if Delilah ever saw this same road when she said goodbye. There's a strange kind of quiet that comes over a man when he realizes he's already too far gone to turn around. I stood by that gas station, 6 strings resting against my leg, and I thought about every road that brought me here. The midnight train that took Delilah, the crossroads outside Clarksville, Big Sam's hand on my shoulder, the first night he called me something more than a stranger. Ray honked the horn, said, come on, Jesse, Memphis don't wait for nobody. I climbed back in that car, Rosalie smiled at me like I was already famous. I smiled back, but my heart was still standing at that gas station, watching the road behind me disappear into the dust.
people than I'd ever seen. Neon signs and blaring horns, more people than I'd ever seen. Ray grinned wide and said, welcome home, kid, to where you're meant to be. Faster than I'd ever felt it pound. Highway to Memphis, and now the highway's done. Highway's done. Highway to Memphis, under a brand new rising sun. Rising sun. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a whole new race to run.
Started sleeping later, waking up before I'd rise. She started sleeping later, waking up before I'd rise. I'd catch her staring out the window with a distance in her eyes. I asked her once what's troubling her. She said nothing, I'm just tired. She asked her once what's troubling her. She said nothing, I'm just tired. But tired don't explain the way her warmth has slow retired. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. I keep asking what I did wrong, but she won't say it plain. She used to wait by the stage door, now she waits in the car instead. She used to wait by the stage door, now she waits in the car instead. Used to hang on every word I sang, now there's just quiet words unsaid. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. I keep asking what I did wrong, but she won't say it plain. I saw her one night on the phone, voice low back turned to me. I saw her one night on the phone, voice low back turned to me. Called the name Ray, fall soft between the words I couldn't see. I told myself it's business, that's all it's ever been. I told myself it's business, that's all it's ever been. But something in my gut kept whispering what my mind wouldn't let in. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. I keep asking what I did wrong, but she won't say it plain. I brought her flowers on Tuesday, tried to bring the old spark back. I brought her flowers on a Tuesday, tried to bring the old spark back. She smiled polite and thanked me kindly, but her eyes stayed on the black. I asked her straight, do you still love me? Or is this just a show? I asked her straight, do you still love me? Or is this just a show? She looked at me a long, long moment, said, Jesse, I don't rightly know. That answer sat heavier on me than any fine print Ray ever wrote. I'd spent so long fighting for percentages and contracts, I never stopped to ask if the woman standing next to me through it all was even still standing there for me, or just for what I'd become. I thought about Delilah, about the note she left on that kitchen table.
I can't live here watching you stay the same. Funny how a man can change. So much on the outside, the suits, the crowds, the 40%, and still end up losing a woman for reasons that sound near the same. Rosalie touched my hand that night, gentle, almost sad, like she was already saying goodbye without the words to match. I ain't leaving yet, she said, but I don't know how much longer I can watch you disappear.
Sleep that whole night through, guitar resting on my chest. I didn't sleep that whole night through, guitar resting on my chest. Kept replaying every word she said, searching for what I'd confess. By morning she was gone before I woke, no left on the stand. By morning she was gone before I woke, no left on the stand. Said gone to clear my head a while. Jesse, try to understand.
I sat there with that folded note, feeling the room grow wide. I sat there with that folded note, feeling the room grow wide, wondering if every woman in my life was destined just to leave my side. There's a silence coming over Rosalie, and now she's finally gone. There's a silence coming over Rosalie, but I gotta carry on. I've got 6 strings on my shoulder and another empty dawn. tracks like a ghost against the moon. Steam was rising off the tracks like a ghost against the moon. I stood there
fool boy singing the same old tune. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? The porch light's still on burning, but I don't know how. I stood on that platform till the last light of that train disappeared into the dark, and I thought about my daddy, who used to say, son, a man ain't nothing but the road he walks and the song he carries. I went home that night, reached under the bed, pulled out his old guitar, 6 strings, dust thick as a Delta summer. And I made myself a promise right there in that empty house. I wasn't gonna sit and rock waiting on a woman who already left. I was gonna follow that same track Delilah rode away on, not to find her, but to find whatever's waiting for me past the edge of this town. First day of my new course. Oh, now. Oh, now. He's gone. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, I'm following that train, following on. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, I ain't the same, never the same. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and the whole wide world of pain. 6 strings, 1 road. Oh, Delilah, this here's just the beginning, just the beginning of the blues. Six months pass and Jesse's face is on a magazine. Suit tailored sharp, a diamond ring upon his hand. Calloway calls him the Prince of Beale Street to the papers. Jesse hardly knows the man in pictures, hardly understands. The label bought him a Cadillac, the color of the moon. A driver named Frank who knows every Nashville street. Jesse sits in back seats now instead of boxcars rattling. Leather where there used to be a splintered wooden seat. Loretta rides beside him with her hand upon his knee. Talks about the party at the mayor's house tonight. Jesse laughs along with her, though something feels like acting like he's playing at a role beneath the borrowed light. The party's full of faces that all know his name by now. Senators and singers, men with money in their eyes. Jesse shakes 100 hands and signs 100 napkins. Smiles until his jaw aches underneath the chandelier sighs. Someone hands him whiskey in a glass of real crystal. Nothing like the jars that poured it in the bag back home. Jesse drinks it easy now, don't cough or wince or wonder. Just another home. A photographer asked Jesse, how's it feel to have it all? Jesse pauses just a moment, something flickers in his eyes. Then he flashes the practice smile the label taught him well. Says it feels like everything, but somewhere down he lies. And the diamonds catch the candlelight, and the room don't ever sleep. And somewhere on beneath the shine, there's a promise he don't keep. 6 strings wrapped in diamonds, midnight trains gone quiet, whiskey glass, a crystal, I don't count them anymore. 6 strings wrapped in diamonds, drowning in the riot of a life I always wanted, till I got it, till it wore. Big Sam sends a letter that sits unopened for a week. Jesse means to read it, but the parties never stop. Ray shows up from Clarksdale, an old friend looking for a favor. Says he's down on luck and Jesse's rising to the top. Jesse gives him money, gives him work around the tour. Ray smiles wide and thanks him, says he won't forget the debt. Jesse feels a little warmth, a little piece of home returning, but something in Ray's smile he don't quite recognize just yet. That night after the party, after the cameras stopped flashing, Jesse sat alone in the back of the Cadillac, while Frank drove slow through empty Nashville streets. He finally opened Big Sam's letter under the dome light. It was short. It said, boy, I hear you're doing fine. I hear you're famous now, that's good. Just don't forget the sound that got you there.